Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spanish Fork versus American Fork here on SFCN 17. We are jumping right into game action. There was a little bit of an odd in between because the American Fork's playing a back-to-back doubleheader, and their last game went a little bit late with field cleanup and warm-ups. They gave us an estimated time, and they started a little early. That's rare, but I think the umps wanted to get out of here at a decent time. So, game is underway. We just had a fly ball pop out by American Fork's leadoff hitter, Buster Hardman. So, one out, nobody on, and at the plate right now, we have their first baseman, Trell Morse. So, American Fork just lost a pretty tough game to Pleasant Grove, the defending 5A champion, and now they're back. They've already played Spanish Fork this year. They won 6-3, so Spanish Fork looking for a little revenge, who they also lost a little bit of a heartbreaker a few hours ago, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that. There's a strike there, so 1-1 is the count on Trell Morse. But tonight the game is brought to you by 2 Jacks Pizza, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, The Car Guys, and Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Plus, of course, SFCN, your backyard fiber. And that is high and outside, 2-1. An early visit. The man on the mound right now for the Dons is Parker Harrison. Riley Daniels, your third baseman, started the first game and had some stellar innings, and that game was against the Cedar Redmen, who just did a lot of damage with 2 outs, and in the bottom of the 7th, unfortunately, took one away from the Dons. Big swing and a miss on one right down the pipe. Nice pitch there from Harrison, and it's 2-2. If you were there for that game and this game, thanks so much for spending your Saturday with us. It was a beautiful afternoon, and now it is a beautiful evening. Nothing like the lights being on at the baseball diamond in the evening. And he's going to give him the backwards K. So that's a strikeout for out number 2. Great work from Parker Harrison. 2 up, 2 down. Now the third hitter for American Fork, number 7, Mick Madsen. Madsen is going to be their starting pitcher when they get on the defensive side. Here's Harrison dealing. Little high and outside.
Hey, Mitch, I decided to come join you.
Pete is on with us now.
Yeah.
Welcome.
It's been a busy afternoon here for us, hasn't it?
It has. That one's a little outside as well. So 2 balls to start out this one. Yeah, you're pulling double duty, though.
Yeah.
Doing all sorts of work
all
for us
kinds of
today.
things, yeah. And this game was kind of rushed because American Fork just played the previous game. I think you may have mentioned that, but they're like in a scamper themselves to get going here.
They are, and I definitely remember playing high school ball, having to play several games, and sometimes there's a big lineup change. Sometimes there wasn't. American Fork definitely has a lot of the same guys out there, but they want it, believe me, because it was a frustrating loss for them. Paints the outside corner. That's what he's been looking for. Now we're at 3-1. Still 2 outs, nobody on for the American Fork Cavemen. And that'll end up being a walk. So man on, and the cleanup hitter, the DH. I'm not going to mess up this name because his father specifically came in and told us how to say the name.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I believe it's Colton Scherer.
That sounds right.
Yeah, he said there was an earlier game where it was mispronounced over the PA,
yeah,
and I was like, hey, I totally understand.
When you have interesting names, you get interesting pronunciations.
Absolutely.
That's all there is to that.
Utah, you get a lot of interesting first names, so that one last name.
That's true.
We'll get it right for you, Colton.
We'll just call him Colton the rest of the night.
Now, I think 2 outs, you think you're kind of out of the woods, maybe a man on first, but it burned the Dons last game, so see if they go ahead and try and shore up that from happening again.
You can look at this game in 2 different ways. The Dons have had a couple hours of rest, which may be to their benefit, or the Cavemen have been working hard and they're still in the stride. So it works kind of both ways, maybe.
Are they tired, or is there momentum? Certainly, they were both out in the hot sun today, but it's definitely cooled down outside.
Oh, now it's beautiful.
The 0-1. We'll go ahead and look back the runner. Last game we saw Daniels, who started the game for the Dons, was willing to throw over. I mean, he threw a good 20 times. I mean, a lot of extra arm work over to first. And this one ripped past the shortstop into second, and runners will hold, but with 2 outs, there's men on first and second for American Fork. Now headed up is Chandler Wood. Chandler is center fielder for him. And so again, American Fork is 4-2 so far this season. They just lost that last game. I believe it was 10-3 to Pleasant Grove. They also lost 10-0 to Jordan.
It was 8-3, I think.
8-3. 8-3. They have wins at Bingham 7-5, Spanish Fork 6-3, Pineview 8-3, and Cedar 13-3. So playing some teams all over the place with some different results, but 4-2 after everything. And that one will be called a strike, so 0-1 to start this. They're not holding the runners, but with 2 outs, certainly keep an eye because they'll be going on just about anything.
He's saying it's 1-1 there, so.
A 1-1?
We missed a ball.
I called it a little too quick.
No, the first one.
That one definitely looked a little inside.
Count now 2-1.
So American Fork, they've actually already played a region game. That Jordan game was a region game. A little interesting. Last year they went out to Cottonwood just before the quarterfinals in the 5A state playoffs. This one's popped up, looks like it could be fair, and it might have been foul. Oh.
Foul ball. It was called foul.
It was called foul. In and out of the glove of Brennan Archibald. Still would have liked to get the out, but man, that one was one of those
close.
Awkward floaters. If that drops, unfortunately, because of positioning, I don't know how far he'd run, but you can get around the bases on those odd pop flies.
Well, yeah, Madsen was already rounded third, heading halfway to home at that point before the ball was actually dropped out of bounds, but it was close.
Absolutely easy RBI there. Lefty at the plate here for Chandler Wood. Parker Harrison looking the runner back.
Ooh,
and a high
swing.
Heat swing and a miss. No damage done with the 2 pace runners. Parker Harrison with his second strikeout of the inning there. Doing work, gets out of a little bit of a jam, maybe getting comfortable there. And American Fork will take the field. We just want to remind you of our sponsors who make it possible for it to be here. We have the Car Guys. They'll be bringing you the replays of all the great Spanish Fork Dons plays tonight. Lance Wilson State Farm, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports. Look out for an MVP of the game. And then 2 Jack's Pizza, where you can get delicious pizza, breadsticks, ranch, salads. They've got it all. And then, of course, SFCN 17, your Spanish Fork Community Network built for speed. We'll see American Fork warm up. I'm sure they're pretty warm, but they took a few extra minutes.
They probably want to cool down. Can we just stand here for a while until the other team's ready? Because they've been playing hard.
Mick Matson, who was he was trucking around the bases there. He was trying to score. He was their 3-hole hitter, walked last inning, and he'll be that pitcher. He gets see how many warm-up pitches they want to give him, but. Remember now, if you're going to head out or if you have friends or family who aren't in Spanish Fork who want to catch this game.
Or in American Fork.
Yeah, if you're someone in American Fork, let everybody know that they can catch this game online. We have a YouTube channel where we're streaming live at youtube.com/SpanishFork17 or our main website, sfcn.org. And if you just put sfcn.org/watch17, you can go right to that live stream page. So tweet it, Facebook it, text all your friends, all the relatives of everybody, and it's just a great night for baseball. And the Battle of the Forks, I don't know how often this happens, but I'm going to enjoy all of the fork puns I can.
Whenever the table is set. Yeah.
Leading things off for Spanish Fork, number 3, Tanner Argyle.
First swing.
Pop this one up and over. Looks like it's going to bloop down.
It does.
Get to first. No problem. So a great way to start off the game for Tanner with a single. Just pop that right up the center. And I think last game the Dons were pulling a lot of pitches. I think hopefully we can see him wait on some and hit those gaps, maybe even hit opposite field. One of the best hits of the game was a double to the opposite field, but just ones like that, even though he didn't nail a gap, he definitely waited for it, got a line drive, got a hit out of it.
Yeah, he's on base. And Argyle's not slow.
There we go, and another nice hit.
First.
This one opposite field. Argyle's going to stop at second after looking to go a little bit further, and that was your catcher, Josh Cowden. So 2 first pitch knocks for the Spanish Fork Dons, and they're looking to get in business early. There's one thing is it took a while for the Dons and the Cedar Redmen to warm up in the first game of this doubleheader, so I think they're anxious to get their bats going. It was kind of a small ball game where they were trying to get 1 run at a time and get that lead back.
Well, and this being probably the last game, I don't think there's anybody after this game tonight here in St. George. Your pitchers are worn out.
Absolutely.
You've used every arm you've got, and whatever they've got now, they're working on just pure adrenaline.
And they're looking at that runner at second with 2 on and nobody out, but they when he turned, the shortstop had already kind of sprinted back to his position, so a little miscommunication. Now, Devin Argyle, brother of the leadoff hitter Tanner Argyle, your second baseman tonight. He was DHing last game. He's up, and there's another hit. This one should be to the gap unless – oh.
Did he get that
I
one?
spoke too soon. That was
got
a
it.
brilliant catch by the left fielder. I believe that's Kasten Rasmussen, who just sprinted, 30 yards, 40 yards, and just laid out for it. I thought it would bloop, but he went for it, and he came up with it, came up strong. No double play, so just 1 out, but what a catch.
That was an awesome catch.
I really like these uniforms for the Cavemen. They're different, and they're all black, which I think could have been rough earlier today, but they're classic. They're very baggy. They got the pinstripes. And that'll be strike. So in now, cleanup hitter is Riley Daniels. She's playing shortstop tonight.
He decided to swing on that one, so that's 0-2.
He very much, I think he might have predetermined it. So
well, everybody else is hitting on the first ball.
Yeah.
He felt like now he's behind. He's 0-2.
No, sometimes that's the best way to approach the plate is go up and swing at one of those first pitches and helps you get a feel for it.
Sure.
That one's a little high and outside.
I think that really kind of rattles a pitcher also. If you get one pitch on a guy and he's already running the bases. Counts 1-2.
Another one inside. Riley had a couple of hits last game and pitched a few good innings. Another swing and a miss. First strikeout of the night for Mick Matson, who's on the mound for the Cavemen. Oh, Parker Harrison, the pitcher for the Dons, come up and take his shot. Remember, 2 on, nobody out. Now 2 on, 2 out. So see if the Dons can maybe just get a single, take advantage, get an early lead, and make them pay for the first couple of knocks. That'll fly in for a strike.
That looks very much inside.
Yes. You look confused a little bit. So 1-1. No runs so far. We're just in the bottom of the first inning if you're just joining us. Thanks for tuning in to SFCN 17. Another swing and a miss. Definitely chasing 1-2.
Yeah, they want to get these runners in. They're being a little bit aggressive on those swings. Maybe a little bit too aggressive.
This one kicked out of the shortstop. He'll dump it over second base for the force out, and the Dons come up empty despite having 2 on with nobody out, and that is the end of the first inning. No score. Coming up next, we'll have the Cavemen back up to bat. We'll be right back here on SFCN 17.
MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back.
Oh,
It's
hey.
like echoes there. That was cool.
Welcome back. The SFCN 17's presentation of Spanish Fork Dons baseball, playing against the American Fork Cavemen right now. American Fork is back up to bat with number 6 in their lineup, shortstop Travis Johnson. And he will watch strike one go and paint the outside of the plate. Parker Harrison on the mound for the Dons. Seeing a lot of him tonight. Just a little bit outside compared to that last one. 1-1. So when he saw it coming, but it was high, and he popped it way, way up. Third baseman, sorry, comes in. That's Tanner Argyle. Takes care of that one. And that's 1 up, 1 down. Coming up now, Spencer Shelton, the catcher.
First pitch is in for a strike.
A 1 pitch. Another strike called there. Should be 1-2. And that one fouled off, so getting a little bit defensive now, Spencer Shelton. Very standard outfield and infield all night from Spanish Fork. Haven't seen much shifting, or outfielders aren't moving. Nice high heat swing and a miss. Job by Parker Harrison. Third strikeout of the game right there. Now Ryan Hardman, second baseman for the Cavemen, up with 2 outs. And, got some traffic after 2 early outs last inning. See if we can go 3 up, 3 down, something they had trouble with in the earlier game of the doubleheader. So, grounded Riley Daniels. Pick it up, throw it out. Nice work by Briggs Newman picking it up at first base. And beautiful quick inning from Parker Harrison. So leading off this inning will be Briggs Newman, first baseman. And we want to go ahead and thank our sponsors for helping us out. Be here. Got Lance Wilson State Farm. And he's going to produce any of those good RBIs tonight. He's a good neighbor with the great assist, helping everybody get home and doing it right. 2 Jack's Pizza every double. Remember, 2 Jack and Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Air. That's actually for our triples, anytime a triple comes up, but I'm also going to go with triple play just because I hope to see one. SFCN, built for speed. We had a couple stolen bases, and that's what SFCN is all about, is speed. And, of course, MVP Sports, sponsoring our MVP of the game, and the car guys. Anytime we need to show a replay, that is thanks to those car guys. Have all your like-new car needs, and they are right off the highway on Main Street in Spanish Fork. I don't know if there's I'm not a native to either place, so I don't know if there's some sort of rivalry, but I'm scared to death with them both being forks that I'm going to mix them up for like a repeated amount of time. And I just think if I was from one and someone called the other, I'd be upset. So I will work very hard not to. But all of a sudden I was like, am I going to talk about one of these businesses and say that they're an American fork? I will do my best not to do that because love those businesses. They help us have a great opportunity to broadcast baseball in Spanish Fork. Spanish Fork alone. Here's Briggs Newman, your first baseman up. High coming in from Mick Madsen. This one popped up, second skied infield ball we've seen, and it is going to be dropped, so safe will be Briggs Newman, second baseman who came in from the deepest position. So I mean, it depends on the team, but that is often who you see take that
Need
one.
a new car, truck? The car guy.
Further into the center, maybe the first or third. So that was who was supposed to get it, and it just slipped out. It's kind of tough at night. I just seen the lights. You've been playing all day, so a little miss there from Ryan Hardman. And Dons are in business. They had 2 on with nobody out last inning, came up with nothing. So see if they can capitalize on the early base runner once again. And that one right on the back of the neck for Brooks Ringer. And 2 aboard again with no outs. And that one was way high and outside. Brooks just kind of turned. I don't know if it was very fast, but it definitely nailed him right on the back of the head. So once in a while, hey, you'll wear one. And see if Jackson Higginson can do anything to bring his boys home.
Pardon my absence. I had a phone call from the wife. You got to answer one of those.
I
You
don't
wouldn't know,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Moving on.
So Jackson Higginson, 1-0 pitch coming his way. Nobody out, 2 on. And he's going to get down a bunt, and both runners will advance.
Oh,
and they're going to call him out from the middle of the infield. You don't have the umpire at first base like some of you may be used to seeing, and he called him out. It was definitely a close play, but the runners advanced, so with just 1 out, 2 men in scoring position for the Dons. And Brandon Archibald will be the man who's coming to the plate to try and bring him home. Brandon playing left field tonight. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Looked like he was taken all the way, maybe wanted to get a look at how one came in. So 2 pitches, 2 strikes for Brendan Archibald. Still just 1 out, but you want to look for that pitch. Infielders are deep, and a swing and a miss. He was high on it. Looks a little upset with himself. Goes down swinging now. 2 outs, and we go back to the top of the lineup. Tanner Argyle. He had a single his first time up. A nice bloop right to center field. He watches the strike come in, and strikes seem to be flying in right now for Mick Matson.
Last at bat, Tanner hit that first one.
He did. I think It looks like he's seeing him a little bit. Usually when you knock one back like that, it wasn't really a full swing, but fouls that one straight back, and it's 0-2. Spencer Shelton, the man doing the catching duties for the Cavemen, and he's trying to keep an eye on third. That's your shortest distance for a throw down, usually your most generous throw, and he wants to see if that opportunity is there. Get out of the inning without having to wait. And there you go, backwards K. Going down, looking. Mick Matson is excited. And the Dons come up empty despite having 2 on, nobody out once again. And we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back with more baseball right here on SFCN 17.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back to Brucehurst Field here at Dixie State University in beautiful St. George, Utah. It's a wonderful spring evening for some baseball, and we've got the Battle of the Forks going on, Spanish and American. Up to bat for the American Fork Cavemen is J.C. Barra. Looks like looking to bunt there. He'll watch a ball fly by. Man on the mound, if you're just joining us, is Parker Harrison. Checking with the umpire checking with the other umpire on that call. A little bit high from Parker. That seems to be where he's missing early on today. But no score. 2 innings done. That one hitting the outside of the plate.
Well, they all look so similar, don't they?
They do. It must be just
And look like just the one previous.
how you're feeling that line. So 2-1. This one right back up the middle. A little bit of an odd area for Parker to try and grab, and up between the infielders with a lot of heat. So first man gets on for the Cavemen, and they'll get back to the top of the order.
I think that pitch kind of shook up Harrison a little bit. I wasn't sure if it hit his foot or not, but he sure danced off that.
Yeah, I think he didn't quite know what was going on. We've seen this all day. Josh Cowden doing a good job keeping balls in front of him, whether they're in the dirt or pop off of him, making sure there's not opportunities for the runners to advance. Of course, back to the top of the lineup for the Cavemen. That was their second hit of the night, and this is Buster Hardman, who is 0 for 1 so far. Big lead, but they're holding them on. Maybe a little distracted. Harrison misses there. 2-0. Don't know what Cowden's signaling for, but definitely keeping a close eye on that runner.
I think he's saying, throw me the ball. Put it right here. I want to catch it.
And the runner goes, hit and run, and that one, because of the positioning of the first baseman, gets by him, and with the hit and run on, men are going to be at the corners. Ibarra took off and was easily able to round second because he had such a head start in that one, just in an awkward position for Briggs Newman to try and get to. And that single turns into men at the corners with nobody out for the Cavemen. Now up, Trell Morse, first baseman, struck out looking his first time. Buster Hardman, we just saw the steal on for J.C. Barra, so wouldn't be surprised to see him running again. Big leads from the American Fork runners thus far. Right down the middle on that one from Parker Harrison. Oh, and 1 to Morse. Runners go. Play at second. Out in front, and that allows the runner to score. So 1-0, man on second, 1-1 pitch coming here. Now when there's a man on first and third, generally there's a set of signals that the defense gets from the catcher. In fact, last game, the first time it happened, American Fork kind of got together. It was a little more critical because it was tied a little later, but they kind of talked about it, and that time choosing to try and get that throw at second, and the runner got there easily, and that opened up the opportunity for the man to come home from third. It's a difficult position, and American Fork knew what they were doing. So man on second. That's Buster Hardman. And a man comes home. Now Morse still to plate, 2-1. And trying to steal third, and he's got it.
Safe.
Looked pretty clean. So speed right now hurting the Dons. It's, the hit and run got the man all the way over to third originally. Then another stolen base kind of throws him off, allows him to come home with the speed heading into second, and now third base gets stolen. Nobody out, man on third. 2-2 pitch. That one fouled back. Infielder or corner infielders are in. Middle infielders are deep. Another 2-2 on the way.
Oh.
And that one, I think it hit. Well, the runner comes home. It bounced off of something.
Yeah,
I thought
something.
it hit him, which would
I thought
mean
it did too,
he
but
can't come home, but it bounced off of part of Josh Cowden, the catcher, I believe. So that'll go as a pass ball. And runner comes home. 2 now on the board for the Cave-In. Base is clear. 3, sorry.
no, you're right.
No, 2.
I'm sorry.
It's like, 2 for the Cave-In. Base is clear. Still nobody out. Full count.
Oh,
And this one gets knocked into right field, but right there is Brooks Ringer to get the out. So after all that, Trell Morse flies out.
Yeah, that was a long at bat, wasn't it?
First out. Yeah, a lot happened with
a lot
the,
of things
with the
happened
pass
there.
ball.
First pitch there is a ball to Nick Madsen.
Madsen Took a walk his first time up. Two balls now.
Yeah.
There's a strike in there. Don't know if he went or not, but it was a good looking pitch. So 2-1 will be the count. Another good looking pitch. I think Parker Harrison may be settling in a little bit, finding some spots he likes.
Yeah, it seems to be just kind of like the lower right side of that base of the plate.
The outside has treated the Dons well today. That one a little high. Got a full count. McMatson ahead of that pitch, and he fouls it back up and over. Looks like behind all the stands behind the plate. Settle in for another full count pitch. Doesn't look choked up though. Looks like he's swinging free. And this will be foul and out of play down the right side. So some foul balls, some long at bats. Seeing a lot of pitches just between the last two batters. And that'll be ball four. Looking to paint that outside corner. Flew out on him a little bit. Another base runner here for the Cavemen. One out, one on. Riley Daniels will come in and chat with his pitcher real quick. Have a meeting. It's been a pretty common theme today by the guys trying to put their teammates in the best position to win. So speed has already been a factor thus far for the Cavemen. So I'm sure they'll hold on, keep a close eye at first, but got to focus on one out at a time and get the man at the plate. Parker does step off and take a look over at first.
So it's your man Colton up right now.
Colton Scherer.
That's the one. I was waiting for that.
I hope his family back in American Fork is watching and approves. Low and outside on that first pitch. 1-0 to Colton. First time up, Colton singled. He is the designated hitter for the Cavemen.
Oh boy, pass ball.
Pass ball goes to second. Thinks about going to third. Takes a big round. Cowden comes in and he doesn't challenge him to run over to third, but back in scoring position are the Cavemen. Still just one out. Two balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss from Scherer. Scherer looking to grab an RBI. The Dons looking to limit the damage here in a third that has been extensive. Extensive in time. 2 runs isn't terrible, but
right.
definitely some plays that they want back. Some things may also be early season jitters, early season communication issues.
And that's why we're here. Again, you can go to some place and play, 4 games, 5 games in a couple of days. Great practice.
Cowden keeping an eye on that runner second base who's taking some big leads. McMatson out there.
Yeah.
But that ball was in the same position as the last pass ball, wild pitch, whatever it be, and so got to be careful of that. 3-1. And that'll be a ball. Waits to get confirmation. And another walk. That'll be the third walk of the game for the Cavemen, and a meeting at the mound. Coach comes out, and he's surprised to see an early pitching change, but could happen. And looks like we will see a change. So with some a little bit of erratic stuff, but really just scattered play behind him as well, with some of the speed affecting the Dons. They don't want to let this lead get away from them. They came down here to get ready for the season, but they want to show that they can play with these teams, and so they're going to make an early change, get 2 1/3 from Parker Harrison. We'll go ahead and try and track what moves get made here.
So 14 came out. Is that one that came out again? That's Higginson again. I think they're making some shuffles here.
So it looks like
Is that Jackson?
number 7, number 3.
Well, like 3.
3. So Tanner Argyle is going to move from third to pitcher. And we will try and fortunately with high school baseball we don't kind of get a lot of the change information.
You don't, so we have to figure out who's where.
Tanner will stay in his same spot in the lineup. We'll see if Parker stays in the game and who moves over to third. We know several of these guys are capable of playing that third base spot.
I think Tanner was playing shortstop. I do believe.
I had him at third.
I have Daniels at third.
I think we each had them switched, so now we'll never know.
Oh, gosh.
We'll go back and watch the tape one day.
Okay.
Loser buys M&Ms.
That's not a bad deal. Peanut or regular?
Peanut.
Thanks. I like
What?
that.
Regular's a waste of time.
Well, you know, that's not true.
So if you're interested in Utah basketball or interested in rooting against Utah basketball, they were just defeated quite handily by Gonzaga, 82-59 in the second round of the NCAA tournament.
They got spanked, didn't they?
They got beat up by a team from the West Coast Conference tournament that BYU plays in.
So I think 14 took shortstop. No. Well, we don't know.
We'll get it figured out. My eyes are good, but not that good.
Need our cameras to zoom in for us.
That one's inside on the first pitch. So men on first and second for the Cavemen. 1 out. 1-0 pitch coming from Argyle to Chandler Wood. And that one right at the first baseman. Runners will move over. Good job there by Parker Harrison, who's now at first. Looking everyone over, taking care of a hard ground ball. So we know Parker Harrison's at first. And that, another sloppy play there. And a run comes home for the Cavemen. So 3-0 with each team just has 2 hits. A lot of base movement from the Cavemen affecting the team. Two outs now. I think while trying to switch lineup changes, trying to just keep it all tracked down for you. But Travis Johnson at the plate now. And after that ball got away, another run comes home. So 3-0, 2 outs, 1-1 pitch on the way. Oh, 2-1. Just a bit up. First time we've seen Tanner pitch today. See if he can get in the zone, get out of here with just 3 runs on the board, and give Spanish Fork has been able to get base runners. See if they can start to get those guys home. This one, a good deal of high hitting, and that's just missed by Devin Argyle. The run will score, and that's a single for Travis Johnson. It's another hard hit ball. Saw that one high, located it, hit it the other way, and just out of the reach of Devin. So now Spencer Shelton, catcher up. He struck out last inning, swinging. Another swing and a miss from Spencer. So good count for Argyle. Try and hop out of this inning. 4 runs have already come across for the Cavemen. They've got 1 man on first still. Tanner still looking him off. No, there's been a lot of running tonight. That one didn't quite move right. Came in high. 1-2.
Actually, yes.
That one way outside. Runner goes, and there will not be a throw. What a good decision by Cowden. Just had to kind of chase it up the line. Really good awareness by Travis Johnson. He'll move into scoring position with 2-2 pitch on the way. 2 outs for the Cavemen. High once again, and we've got a full count. A lot of patience shown play right now by Spencer Shelton. Runner going with 3-2 and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that one close. That's that spot that we feel like might have been a little inconsistent, but outside enough, and now runners at first and second.
Courtesy runner coming in.
We've got a courtesy runner. Looks like number 6, Garlic. We just have a last name, but that's a really good last name. Had some garlic bread this morning. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And he will take place at first of catcher Spencer Shelton, so he can go and get some gear on. And this one will drop foul. Looked dangerous for a moment, and the runners who are going with 2 outs gonna have to jog on back. Ryan Hardman, he's up. He grounded out to third base last time up, ended the second inning. So once, if he gets on, they will have batted around, but see if Tanner can take care of that man at first and second. 2 outs, 1-1 is the count. The Cavemen seem to be liking the high pitches and able to take them the other way so far. 1-2 to Ryan Hardman. high and inside. Once again, 2-2 with 2 on, 2 out in the top of the third. That one low and outside, so missing in a few different places. Back to another full count. Again, a lot of pitches coming across tonight for the Dons.
Strike.
And he was, Cowden knew it, and he was just waiting for the call, and a nice ring up there, and a looking strike to end the inning. So after quite a bit of damage comes across, the Dons will get a chance to get a few of those runs back, but the speed and a couple of key hits doing big damage for the Cavemen. 4 runs and a 4-0 lead headed now into the bottom of the third.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Of course, want to thank our sponsors who help us out for being here. The Car Guys, Lance Wilson State Farm, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, your sporting goods for all seasons, Two Jacks Pizza, and of course SFCN 17, built for speed. So saw in inning 1 and 2, the Dons able to get their first 2 men onto base, but from there not able to get the key hit to bring a run home and put in a couple difficult situations, and the outs just seem to come flooding in after that second hitter gets on. So it's not like they can't get the men on base, but looking for that key hit, or they have speed as well. They can be effective, see if some mistakes happen behind the pitcher for the Cavemen, and see if they can get some runs across. Spanish Fork already made a pitching change on the mound for American Fork. Mick Matson leading things off here in the third will be Josh Cowden, the lone lefty in this lineup for the Spanish Fork Dons.
He's 1 for 1. He had a hit in the first at bat, didn't he?
Did. First pitch he saw. Oh.
That looked kind of high and out, but called as a strike.
Yeah, I think that's the first one that I been really surprised by. But 0-1. Just pitch number 2. That one looked better, and so quick hole for Josh.
1 and 2.
So 1 and 2.
We missed a strike or a ball.
There was a ball in there. Maybe it was the one he called a strike, and he wanted it both ways.
Maybe so.
Foul off. Good defensive swing there by Cowden. And a swing and a miss for the first out of the bottom of the third for the Dons. Just couldn't find it there. And that's the third strikeout of the game for Mick Matson. Fourth strikeout of the game, sorry. Riley Daniels, or sorry, Devin Argyle now at the plate. 0-1. Devin also,
there's a nice hit out to left field.
He flew out his first time out to that same area, so this time kept it low, drove it out there, and got a man on. You're in business. 1 on, 1 out with your cleanup man, Riley Daniels, at the plate. Riley playing shortstop. Took a big swing on the first pitch. Not a bad pitch to swing at, but he missed it. 0-1.
Well, you'll never hit the ball if you don't swing.
It's true.
I've heard that somewhere.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
It's true. Yeah, that's right.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. Just a little high. So Riley waiting on a 1-1 pitch, 1 on, 1 out. 3 hits apiece in the game, but a big difference on the scoreboard. 4-0 right now for the Cavemen. Don's trying to get to work, and that one's outside. Check swing. And it'll be a ball.
Shelton had a hard time catching the handle on that one. It bounced around a little bit.
Big swing and a miss once again. So Riley Daniels trying to do some damage, but not quite able to see what McMatson's throwing yet. 2-2 pitch on the way. It's like a smaller crowd than the one we heard about last night, but a lot of fans out here support these teams from way up north. And a third swing and a miss for the second out of the inning from Riley Daniels. That's the 5th strikeout of the game for Matson, who's right now found a groove, wheeling and dealing. Parker Harrison at the plate. He grounded out to third his last time up, and there's a swing and a miss. So that one, not as good of a pitch to swing and miss at, but a lot of swing and missing happening. 0-1. Still got a man on first, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. They're liking what they're seeing enough to go after it. A little behind on that one.
Yeah, I'm thinking the coaches may have said, let's go bat, you know?
Definitely don't, yeah, they don't want them to be overcautious, and they know they've had some success early on first pitches, but not connecting yet. And with the runner going, foul tip. It's a good sign that seeing something. Devin Argyle taking off there with the 2 strike, 2 outs. See if he can prevent a force if at all possible. Oh, 2. That one's high. It's a beautiful night here in St. George. It really got dark pretty quick just for the start of this game. We're fully under the lights. But a very nice spring night here at Bruce Hurst Field. Another high miss from Mick Matson, and the count's even up at 2-2. And a good eye after swinging at a couple of pitches. Worked his way all the way back as Parker Harrison into a full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Runner going. A swing and pop. And the first baseman, Trell Morse, grabs it. And that'll be the end of that for the Spanish Fork Dons. Again, 5 runners stranded, 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and we head to the top of the 4th inning with 4-0 in favor of American Fork. We'll be right back here on SFCN 17.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Here's the first pitch of the inning, showing bunt. Third baseman running in to try and check it out, but nothing going so far. Leading off this inning, J.C. Barra singled his first time up last inning. He'll watch a second strike come by, so 0-2 early on. See if Argyle can put him up and down. And swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Throw it around the horn. A nice strikeout there for Tanner Argyle.
Now batting 20, Buster Hardman.
Buster Hardman back to the top of the lineup are the Cavemen. Tanner Argyle's on the plate. Game was started by Parker Harrison. Parker Harrison now over at first base. I believe at third base we have Riley Daniels, who started the game at shortstop. So few changes. Not sure who's at shortstop yet, but we will find out.
Hartman grounded out down the first base line the first inning. In the second at bat, he had a hit out also to right field.
A nice hard hit ball out to right field last inning. 1-0 pitch. Sends this one
Way out.
way foul down the right field line.
Yeah, not just foul. Way
Way
foul. Yeah.
Did you park out there? I'm a little concerned. 1-1.
Luckily, I'm
one
more
out.
behind the backstop here.
And this one
A long blast
into
out
the
there.
gap, but a little high, and the right fielder Brooks Stringer right there to play his way under, and 2 quick outs, the strikeout and a fly out.
Comes to the plate number 8, Trell Morse.
So nobody on, 2 out. Trell Morse at the plate for the Cavemen. Trell's got a fly out to right field as well, and he struck out looking in the first. I had my windshield broken this summer by a softball for the first time, so I'm very wary of
Already?
where
I mean,
am
summer's
around.
not even here yet.
Sorry,
You're already-
this is last
Oh,
summer.
last summer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Hey, we're still, spring officially starts, what, tomorrow?
The 21st.
So
That's Monday.
last summer I just drove with a cracked windshield for a very long time.
Good idea.
Fouled back here by Trell Morse. 1 ball, 1 strike for Trell. Yeah, eventually I got pulled over, and you get a ticket where you don't have to pay it or anything as long as you go and get it fixed.
It's that warning.
That
Yeah.
citation, and I had to get it fixed. This one's popped up into shallow left field. Coming in is Brandon Archibald. He'll grab it, and there you go. 3 up, 3 down. Quick work from Tanner Argyle. That's more like it. Now see if the bats can get themselves going.
So let's talk about our sponsors for a second there. I'd like to thank our sponsors for all their support they give us. And first off, we want to mention our friends at the Car Guys. If you're looking for a car and you don't want to spend the extra money for a new car, well, then go to the Car Guys, because their cars are all basically brand new, only 1 or 2 years, low miles, used car prices. You get a really good bargain at the Car Guys. So I would recommend that. We also have Lance Wilson State Farm, Triple T, MVP, Two Jacks Pizza, and SFCN. We're so grateful for all these just local businesses that support sports on Spanish Fork 17 and SFCN. So give them a call, go by and visit them, tell them how much you appreciate their support they give to us.
All very easy to find. I found once we heard about these sponsors, as soon as you cruise down into Spanish Fork, they're all right there. Such a friendly, convenient area. Great local businesses to help out the local teams.
Absolutely. And most of those businesses are literally local businesses.
Yeah.
They're not part of the big, the big chains or whatever else. And certainly we love the big chains in Spanish Fork. Great businesses, great places to go and shop and to eat and whatever else. But we do appreciate those downtown Main Street businesses that give us a little different type of service.
So Briggs Newman comes to the plate. He started the game at first, and I believe he's moved to shortstop.
Yeah, he's now playing in short. Not playing in shorts.
Ball 1 on the first pitch there from Mick Madsen.
His first at-bat was a pop-up out towards second base, but he was safe.
Yeah, it was a sky high, and the second baseman Ryan Hardman couldn't handle it.
That made him dance a little bit.
2-1. High and inside, so now a little more patience after a lot of swinging. Been successful for a couple of downs. 3-1. Swing and a miss. A hitter's count in that high heat is so tempting, and Briggs is a little bit taller, but not able to find that one.
Makes the count full.
Puts this one high and foul out of play down the first base line. Count remains full. Nobody out yet. Bottom of the 4th inning. Don's trailing by 4 runs.
Yeah, it's Cavemen 4, Don's 0.
And just kind of fist this one out in the outfield, and outfielder's flying in, but that one is going to drop. We've seen a couple of those able to drop, but we've also seen a pretty great diving catch out of Casson Rasmussen out there. So another lead runner off on. I believe every inning has had the lead runner on. In the first 2 innings, the first 2 batters got on. No fruits of the labor thus far, so we'll see if they can string a couple of things together with Brooks Ringer at the plate. Brooks sees a ball fly in. Look down to coach, see what the signs are showing.
First pitch was a ball. I'm going to say this one more time for our graphics guy in the van. The score is 4-0.
He's just trying to help out Spanish Fork. Maybe they'll believe it.
There you go. Thank you for the 4. Inevitably, I'll get a phone call or a text message from somebody at home saying, hey, the score's 4. And I'll say, yeah, you're right. Usually it's from one of the city managers.
Oh,
they're watching.
There you go.
Which we appreciate. We're glad they're watching.
Oh, yeah. That's scary a little bit.
It is.
1-1. On high, and he's going to throw down. And he's safe, but really good decision there from Spencer Shelton, and good awareness by both him and Terrell Morse to try and get it out. And so it's 2-1, and I don't know if it looked like the pitcher called his coach out. Don't know if he has a question, needs some with his gloves shaken up, but he's got some sort of question. Nobody out, 2-1. Briggs Newman on first base. Brooks Ringer at the plate. This one inside and pulled 2-2 for Brooks. Brooks, first time up. I marked that he reached on an error, but I'm not sure if I remember that actually happening.
I don't have that on my records.
Yeah, because he let off second inning. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He was hit by a pitch. I was looking at the wrong player. Swing and a miss on the 2-2 pitch. Good movement. I don't think we've seen a ton of movement today, but that one just dropped out on Brooks, and he goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. Briggs Newman still hanging out on first with Jackson Higginson headed to the plate. Jack, left-hander, number 1.
His first at bat, he sacrificed in a bunt pattern, advancing the runners there, but was out at first.
It's great. So that last inning, that second inning, no hits, but an error and a hit by pitch, got 2 on. He sacrificed him over, not able to capitalize, but good work from Jackson. He's now looking at an 0-1 pitch coming his way. Fouls this one, so 0-2. Earlyhill just takes that outside pitch, sends it towards the third base dugout. That one just over it, and that is, he wasn't sure, and that made me yesterday. I was like, I think that's rung up. The ump also didn't really emphasize it, but that's another strikeout. Man, they are just racking up for Mick Matson. 2 outs, still 1 runner with Brendan Archibald, 9-hole hitter up. He's gonna foul this one. Back out. Lots of balls flying out over those stands tonight. 7 strikeouts so far for Mick Matson. Pretty impressive. When you
Archibald struck out the first inning, or first out.
He only has 11 outs. 7 of those strikeouts. That one outside runner goes, and he is called safe.
The ball was there in time, just not the tag.
The ball was there. And the tag was kind of a swipe up, so may have missed his leg, but now in scoring position with 2 outs. Hey, 1 run is a start. See if with 2 outs you can do some damage and bring Briggs Newman home. Brandon Archibald did strike out his last time up. 1-1 pitch. And that one does find the zone. One and 2 is the count. That one outside, and with 2-2 pitch coming, 2 outs, man on second. Briggs Newman ready to take off. Another pitch outside for Mick Matson, and we are to a full count. And some high heat once again comes up with the 8th strikeout for Mick Matson. And that will do it for the 4th inning. We'll be right back on Spanish Fork 17.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17 coverage of your Spanish Fork Dons baseball, playing here against the American Fork Cavemen. Built themselves a little bit of a hole. Last inning was very smooth, 3 up, 3 down. See if they can do it again. Try and start making their way back on the offensive side. Mick Matson, the pitcher, up to bat. Tanner Argyle pitching. That first one is high for a ball. Tanner did seem to settle in last inning. See if he can do it again. And they do call that one a strike, so 1-1. That one outside, 2-1. Three and one after identical pitches kind of back there. We haven't seen a lot of contact lately at all. A lot of pitches being thrown, though. And that one, a little bit of a delayed call, but it was a
It's
strike.
kind of a slow motion, isn't it?
The batter was like kind of waiting to hear, and the umpire weren't really sure what was going on. But full count, nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 5th, and this one hit right at Devin Argyle. He'll toss it over to Parker Harrison, and that's 1 down once again for the Dons.
Now batting number 10, Colton Sherry.
Colton Scherer, he's got a single and a walk tonight, so 1 for 1, hasn't been retired.
His last hit, he was one that hit that hard drive right out to left field. This is a real nice hard right through the infield to the outfield.
One 0. That one's high. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on for the Cavemen. Another ball. 3-0. A couple of high pitches in a row for Tanner. And 3 very similar pitches in a row there to put Colton Jarrett and maybe pitching around him, maybe realizing he's seeing pitches. I don't know, but 4 consecutive balls.
One thing you don't see very much in high school baseball. We don't see many intentional walks.
No.
Well, it's time for a team meeting back on the pitcher's mound.
Absolutely. Hopefully somebody's got a good idea of what they want to see and what needs to change, but not a lot of damage done lately, but can't really let it get past 4. 5 for me is kind of when you start seeing it as almost a significant advantage, a blowout where you really need to put together something huge. But the Dons have shown they can get on base, and if they can get a couple of key hits, 4 runs is very doable. So, but got to limit the damage from there. Now coming in, Chandler Wood, center fielder. He is struck out, and it's 0 for 2 overall. This one skied, center of the infield. Parker Harrison calling for it, got it. And that's the second out. So the team meeting worked. You have a team meeting,
they got
one pitch, 1 out. But still got a runner on. And Travis Johnson at the plate.
Let's be clear. That is, 2 outs for the inning.
Right.
But for that particular play, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah. First pitch to Travis in the dirt. Travis Johnson has a fly out. It was more of a pop out. And then has a single. And this one he gets a hold of, but not quite to that warning track. That'll be out number 3. Caught out there by Brandon Archibald. And again, back-to-back innings with no damage, pretty quick. Good work by Tanner Argyle, but the Dons have to get themselves to work.
Let's take it away to a break. We'll be right back after these few commercials.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. Don's back up to bat. Tanner Argyle in the top of the lineup, ready to roll. See if they can make up some of this. We're in the bottom of the 5th, so some more opportunities for the Dons to get the runs back. Here's the first pitch from Mick Matson. And look,
kind of a half swing there, but it was checked.
Looks like they do call it a ball.
Yes.
They were conferring to be sure. Matson with
he made a change. They called it a strike.
I was going to say, I thought I saw the fist, but they marked it on. And a nice bit of hitting from Tanner. Just got off the mound and went ahead and hit that one to opposite field. Great way to start off the inning. Again, hasn't been an issue getting that first runner on. It's been from there getting him home, trying to get just 1 or 2 of those runs home. And that was after a little bit of a confusing call. Nice single there for Tanner. before the inning came back over the PA, they played 1979 Journey Classic, Don't Stop Believin'. And Steve Perry's beautiful voice may have inspired the Dons. They got time. They can definitely make this up, and this is one they want. They've already lost to American Fork once this year, 6-3. They want to go ahead and get that back and leave St. George on a good note. Josh Cowden is up. He'll see a ball come by for the first pitch. They're holding Tanner Argyle over at first.
Cowden's first at bat was a single out to left field. Nice long fly ball. Time called by the umpire. Cowden stepped out just to rile him up.
Hey, throwing off his rhythm, whatever you can do when a guy's got 8 strikeouts, go for it. And that one very much inside, so 2 balls and no strikes to Josh Cowden, who's been doing a great job behind the plate. We've seen him work with a lot of different pitchers today already, and he's been working hard, doing good. And that one's high and outside. Tanner's over there making some noise at first, maybe trying to do distraction in there. It's a 3-0 pitch, but there's going to be another meeting. See how effective this one ends up being.
This time for the Cavemen.
That's true. We've seen the Dons on the mound a lot here. See the other Fork on the mound, and of course, Coach gets his Casey Nelson gets his runners over and see what they can put together, make sure they've got all the right things moving.
So Madsen has pitched 69 pitches so far in this game. I'm sure that's where, after 2 days of playing, whether it's pitching or not, that can wear on a guy. But they leave him in.
Absolutely. So here we are, 1 on, nobody out, just man on first, but 3 balls and no strikes to the catcher, Josh Cowden. And they give him that one. That's that outside part of the plate. And after a 3-0, 2 quick pitches, and the meeting of the mound did something because 2 quick strikes. Payoff pitch. Fouled down the third baseline, so good work by Cowden. Sometimes these fouls, maybe they're seeing Madsen's pitches a little bit more. See if he can get on one, keep it in play, move Tanner. And that one way inside once again. And Cowden will work through a lot of pitches to get himself on base. But again, 2 on, nobody out for the 3rd time for the Dons. And they're in the heart of their lineup. Devin Argyle is going to come up and see what he can do. He had a hard fly out to left field, and he also had a single to left field. So he's definitely been pulling the ball all day, see if he can settle in and find a gap, find that line once again. Big swing and a miss and a throwback, but the first baseman wasn't there, and the runners will spin around, and Tanner Argyle is going to make his way all the way home, no problem. Stopping at second base is Cowden, so a run comes on an error from Spencer Shelton, the catcher, trying to get the man out at first, who took a huge lead, probably the right move, but didn't see his first baseman, wasn't ready for it, so it's a miscommunication. Leads to a ball way down the right field line, and the Dons are on the board, and the Dons have an error themselves. They definitely had a couple of tricky decisions that led to runs for the the Cavemen. So now the shoe's on the other foot. A man in scoring position, nobody out, and your 3-hole hitter, Devin Argyle, at the plate. And that one high and inside from Mick Matson. Seeing a lot of inside pitches from him, and that's 1 ball and 1 strike to Devin Argyle. So Don's finally on the board, and nobody out. Man in scoring position, see if they can grab another one right here. And this one is taken, and this is going to be deep to right, maybe looking to tag. Cowden will run, and he'll be successful with that tag, end up on third. So the runner will advance, but the out will also sacrifice move for Devin. Got enough distance on that, and he hit it the other way. Like I said, he's definitely been pulling all day. So I'm a man on third, 1 out, 4-1, and now it's going to be up to Riley Daniels to clean up and bring the man home. Riley Daniels has 2 strikeouts today.
There's that Car Guys replay showing the hit and advancement on that. First pitch was a ball.
Definitely more fouls, more contact coming on Matson, who really getting a lot of swing and a miss from the Dons. So 1-1 pitch, 1 out, 1 on. We are in the bottom of the 5th. A big swing and a miss for Riley Daniels. 1-2 is the count. And that one coming in high. 2-2. And another delayed call. He rings him up on the strikeout looking. And that one, I mean, it was on that corner that's kind of been questionable, but it was just so delayed. I think a difficult one for Riley Daniels there, who's now struck out 3 times. That's 9 strikeouts for Mick Matson. 2 outs now with Parker Harrison at the plate. And that one, very similar spot, but called outside. This one up the middle, shortstop will grab it. A high hopper, but a rocket over. Oh. And it's a pass ball, goes past the first baseman, and Cowden will come home. The run will count. Parker won't be able to advance, but on an error, he's able to get to first, and the run scores. So right back in it are the Spanish Fork Dons. In the bottom of the 5th here, they have 2 runs, both on errors, both on overthrows, and that one was a rocket throw, but the first baseman just couldn't dig it, couldn't quite handle it. Now 2 outs, 1 man on. 4-2, the Cavemen lead, but the Dons doing a lot of work right here, despite some chaotic circumstances. It's outside, another throw out to first, and that throw, man, the first baseman. Terrell Morse is coming out in front of the bag to grab that and reaching back, and those throws are beaten. So you got to be careful over there if you're Parker Harrison. Be nice to see if you can get another run out of all this. And this one taken right into the gap deep, but getting under it. No, not quite. Dove for it, tipped off his glove, and the runners will go. And they'll end up on second and third. And now Cowden takes off. Catcher gets in his way. He slides a little bit early, but he'll get in and touch the base.
Yeah, a little bit of a confusion, or
a very confusing play, but it ends up in a 3rd run. I thought he should have taken off in the first place. We'll see if we can.
Here comes the replay.
See this one more time for you. So a nice hit out into the gap. A great play by the right fielder, J.C. Barra, but it just gets under him. He brings it in. I thought the runner should have gone. He holds up. Then as the ball kind of trickles around, decides to go for it anyway. Catcher gets right in his way. He kind of trips and falls his way into home, but I'll take it.
Some serious congestion going on down there.
I mean, the catcher wasn't trying to interfere, doing his job, coming in, trying to get that ball. But I don't know if anyone was covering home, but Cowden did exactly what he was supposed to do. Gets his hand on the plate. And now also advancing on that because of the randomness of where the ball was going, Briggs Newman. And I'm not sure quite how they'll rule that, but probably a single, maybe a double, maybe a single and an error.
Well, there are some errors showing up on the board now. 2 errors for the Cavemen and two for the Dons, 1 for the Cavemen. So that could very well have been the error there.
Regardless, just a 1-run lead now, and it's interesting. We see how the Cavemen score a lot of runs on aggressive base running, coupled with 1 error and coupled with a fielder's choice that wasn't necessarily an error, but was the wrong choice, which allowed a run to score. So far, base running really the difference compared to hitting. And out in front of that one big time is Brooks Ringer, who's trying to get a 2-out knock. Right now he's got 2 strikes on him. He's trying to bring home Briggs Newman, who got that nice hit out to right field to get himself back in scoring position. And there's a high heat coming in from Matson. That seems to be the spot where he misses. And when he gets it just a little bit lower, he's been getting Dons to chase it, but that little bit higher one definitely come across for quite a few balls. And he reaches for an outside pitch, just trying to be aggressive there. But the 9th strikeout for Mick Matson, and there goes Brooks Ringer, who had been hit by a pitch and struck out. But that will complete the 5th inning, but it was a good bottom of the 5th, and we'll be right back here on Spanish Fork 17.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. Love the last image before you get to hear my voice is that kid eating a delicious breadstick, and I hope it brings joy to your soul every time. Tanner Argyle pitching, top of the lineup for the Cavemen, and that one is just a little outside. Number 20, Buster Hardman, leading off once again. He has a fly out to right, a hit to right, and a ground out to first base. So hitting the ball in the very similar spots each time he's come up. And that one goes over his head, so no strikes so far for Tanner Argyle, 2-0. And he's silenced the bats and made sure not to have base runners, because even without hits, very effective movement on the bases for American Fork. But Tanner's really quieted everything down the last 3 innings, and he's got to continue to do so. That one flies in for a strike, so after 3 straight balls, he gets one in there. Hardman taking all the way. Argyle working quickly. And that one is low, and Hardman, he decided he was going pretty quick, so
he
wasn't waiting for the call. So Spanish Fork, the lead runner on, and Trell Morse at the plate. He is struck out and has flyouts to left and right. So Trell not able to get a successful hit today. If you're American Fork right now, trying to get another more comfortable lead with the Dons coming up for the final frame. And if you're the Dons, of course, want to shut them down one more time and get there with a chance to get that one run back or two for the win. Throw over, and good decision by Tanner. Good job by Parker Harrison. Trying to keep those stolen bases from happening. I did see a few in the first couple of innings. That one high and outside, so Tanner Argyle throwing quite a few balls to start this one out. Just Cowden's done a good job, but when those runners go, hasn't been able to get one out today. And Cowden wants time. Looked like he kind of jumped up and decided he was going to take it. And another infield meeting. These have been somewhat effective.
Yeah, we're always waiting for the coach to come out.
But yeah, I mean, when you throw five out of 6 pitches or balls, it's understandable to want to go chat with him. We've just seen a lot of it. It's kind of fun. Cowden doing his job. But no outs so far for the Cavemen. Man on first, got there on a walk. And Trell Morse at the plate.
So there was a throw to first there, not in time. Count still 2-0.
That one's outside, so another 3-ball count. Tanner working quickly from the stretch. Does get that one, so 3-1 now. It's been good speed and positioning on all those throwbacks, but Buster Hardman able to get back each time. And he looks like he's going to take off. He does. There's the pitch. It's a little high. Comes down for the tag. Not there.
It must have been
the umpire thought it was so obvious he didn't even want to signal it. But from here, you don't know if he could sweep back and touch part of him, and you don't know. We're going to get a pitching change. Tanner, who's so effective over the last 3 innings, now has walked 2 men, and oh, it was a walk. That's why he didn't signal it. I feel foolish. I apologize to that umpire.
Yeah, the 2 of us here.
But
wait a second. How did he get over there?
So 2 on, nobody out. Both on walks. Tanner Argyle, he gave 3 solid innings, but not able to find the strike zone right now. So we'll see who coach.
Looks like 18's got the ball in his hand.
If 18 has the ball in his hand, that's Logan Rudd is being asked to come in and close this game out, give his team a chance to be as close as possible when they come back up to bat. He's going to deal with 2 Cavemen on base where they wreaked havoc way back in the 3rd inning, and he'll be asked to tame them, limit the hits, and let his team come up and try and manufacture that run to fight for a victory to cap off a night of baseball here in St. George. Haven't seen Rudd today anywhere. So
No,
only a fresh arm.
His first time coming out. So let's recap a little bit what's happening the next couple of days here for our local hometown baseball teams. On Tuesday, we have Spanish Fork playing Lone Peak at Lone Peak at 3:30 on Spanish Fork 17. So that'll be an exciting game. Lone Peak is always a powerhouse, and so I want to make sure you watch that either live on 17, or if you happen to be at work or somewhere else, you can watch it on YouTube or on sfcn.org. Wednesday and Thursday, we go to 2 Maple Mountain games, both at home, live at 3:30. And Friday, we have another Spanish Fork game at home. I think they're playing Lehigh that day is their match. So 4 days, 4 baseball games. Got the wrong sport. A lot of fun things happening at Spanish Fork 17 and 16 next week.
Basketball is just ending, so you're forgiven.
Thank you.
And that'll be, and after that, real close to region play. First pitch from Rudd. It's a bunt he's going to grab, look, turn, get the out at first. A nice step, because that was closer than you wanted it to be, but good work by Devin Argyle to get over cover first and get that. But a perfectly executed sacrifice bunt. Now 1 out, 2 men in scoring position for the American Fork Cavemen. That was Mick Madsen with the sack and the first out, and now Colton Scherer. This is exactly when you want your cleanup man on. See what he can do with 2 of his teammates in scoring position. Watches the ball come inside. Logan Rudd will take a moment, step off, come back into the stretch.
So officially, Colton is 1 for 1. He has 2 walks in addition to his single that he had at the left field.
Still just 3 hits for the Cavemen, and that'll come across as a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike coming into Scherer. But yeah, thus far it's been walks that have been burning the Dons. Another pitch comes outside.
I guess the count now is 3-1. Somehow
Yeah,
we were off on one somehow.
The umpire does take his time. Sometimes not really sure what's going on with him, but it's 3-1 pitch. 1 out, 2 on. It's low and outside, so the bases have been walked, loaded. Now there is the opportunity for your traditional double play with Chandler Wood coming up.
The traditional triple play. Okay.
Did I say triple?
Maybe not.
I thought I said
that's
double.
what I heard in my head. But
the 2 Jacks Pizza double play is now in order with a man at first, making it a lot easier for one of those ground outs to turn into a double play, something we have not seen today, but
that's okay. The 2 Jacks is for a double, not for a double play.
Well, you know what?
You can alter
they
it.
have the word. They all have to do with the number 2.
There you go. That's true.
And I just love 2 Jacks Pizza so much, I will plug it wherever I please.
Good answer.
All right, bases loaded, all on walks. The pitch from Logan Rudd is swung and fouled off to the right. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Chandler Wood. Logan Rudd on the mound. Bases are full of cavemen. Corner infielders are in. Going to try and strike down that runner at home. 4-3 cavemen lead. And that one a harder pitch, but still outside. Fans don't like it. They've been a little bit more vocal this inning about that outside corner that's kind of gone back and forth. 2-1 is the count for Chandler Wood. Wood struck out, got a fly out, got a single today. And that one way inside on the ankles of Wood. But a great slide by Crowder to go out and grab that. Make sure, don't let that run come in by a pass ball. There is one of those that happened today. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Dons want to do anything they can to keep another run off the board. And that one in that same outside spot gives it to him because he doesn't want to walk in and run. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
But now count is full, 3-2.
So the ultimate payoff pitch, 1 out, full count, bases loaded. And this one grounded, foul.
Foul. Oh, stays alive.
That one you would have had the out, but you also would have had a run come in, but that is Parker Harrison catching it just foul. So another full count pitch coming from Logan Rudd. And a nice pitch, but it's caught in the air and over to second for the double play.
Look at that, two
runner
jacks
not
double
able
play.
to get back. A 2 jacks double play. I invented that, and it was great.
And it
Devin
worked.
Argyle does a great job snagging the line drive, aware to get it to second before that runner's able to get back. And though the bases were loaded for the Cavemen, not able to get a run home. Great work by Logan Rudd coming in after consecutive walks by Tanner Argyle, who'd been so effective coming in the 3rd inning through. And the Dons did exactly what they had to give themselves an opportunity. And you just saw it again right there on the Car Guys replay. Thank you to the Car Guys. So Logan Rudd doing work, coming in, lucky number 18. And now it's going to be the Dons trying to get that extra run across. The Dons out hitting the Cavemen by more than double.
Yep.
They've left a lot of men on base tonight. So it's really a matter of trying to take one away from the Cavemen. They, of course, let's see, we're going to watch this replay one more time. It's definitely worth it. The snag and the toss and the great work. Got to feel good. Now they have that momentum. They have that adrenaline going in to the final inning. And it looks like leading off, we will have Devin Argyle, the man, the myth, the legend, who just orchestrated that double play, is going to come in to bat and see if he can spark something for the Dons. Like I said, a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of men left on base, and they're doubling up on the hits, but the hits have not come at the key times when there's men on base. Now, this was, they grabbed a lead in the 6th inning in their first game tonight and then had their hearts broken in the 7th. And so see if they can get themselves a walk-off run on their way out of St. George. That would be, there's a strike one coming in to Devin. It looks like Mick Matheson, I believe, getting the chance to complete the game.
Yeah, he's still on the mound.
Check swing.
Oh, I don't think he saw it.
I don't think he was paying attention because he kind of tried to look stoic and be like, yeah, I'm confident. I'm just waiting a few seconds. I did think he went, but I don't think the first base umpire knew what the heck he was talking about.
Well, okay, I'll agree with you on that, on both those points.
So no balls, 2 strikes coming in. See if Devin can settle in and get back into this count. That one's outside, but that outside spot, we're not counting it out at any point tonight.
Nope. Seems to be a live area.
But what a beautiful way to end the trip if the Dons can beat someone who's already beat them, a 5A team, and mic drop their way out of the South. And that one is low and outside, 2-2. So Devin, patient, seeing the ball, not chasing, gets his way back in. We're even in the bottom of the 7th, down by 1. And he rings him up, and he kind of delayed again. That one looked a little high and a little outside, but Devin's going to walk back. And another strikeout for Mick Madsen, who's just been lethal. I mean, we saw those hits, but those hits aren't what actually scored the runs. Like I said, the hits have come at the wrong time. So 1 out, nobody on, down by 1. Riley Daniels, cleanup hitter at the plate. And this time, maybe a makeup call, I don't know, but first base umpire goes ahead and says he didn't go, but a high check swing from Riley Daniels.
Yeah, it was probably more defensive than it was an offensive swing.
1 ball, no strikes.
That was definitely a swing.
Yeah, it was a good pitch from Madsen. Would have been hard to get a hold of for Riley. So we're 1-1 with 1 out. Nobody on for the Dons. That one high and inside. 2-1. Sometimes the harder you order till you want up late, and sometimes it's not because they want that big hit. And the Dons just got to get some men on base and see if they can get the hit at the right time. And that one is a strike. Good movement. Couldn't quite see where it ended up, but it'll be 2-2, and Madsen's working quick. And Daniels is excited to be in that box. That's what you want from a cleanup hitter. And this time he cannot see it. What a pitch by Madsen. The strikes keep on coming for him, and now the Dons are down to their final out. Parker Harrison will be at the plate, and he will take a moment to chat with his coach.
I don't know. Coach seems to be talking a little more.
He's talking to the ump. Okay, maybe not. I thought they were, hey, this is our last chance. Let's strategize, but nope. So Parker Harrison is up, and that was trying to get a strikeout count for you there, but I believe that was his 11th strikeout, and including striking out the side once. And this one is grounded. The second baseman's got it on a slow roller over to first, and that is the game. Cavemen take it with a very efficient ending from Mick Madsen, who was brilliant all night. Saw a lot of fight from the Dons, but they fall short in their final game here in southern Utah. We'll be right back to wrap up the trip for you. Thanks for tuning in to SFCN 17.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Rest easy. State Farm agent Lance Wilson is there for you. Call 801-798-9288 today for the service you deserve.
You know Triple T Heating and Cooling, but did you know that Triple T does plumbing? From tankless hot water, soft water, and reverse osmosis drinking water systems, right down to that leaky faucet. Triple T sure does plumbing. Call Triple T at 801-798-7711 today.
Welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
Welcome back one final time to Brucehurst Field here in St. George, Utah. It's been a beautiful night for baseball, a rough night for Spanish Fork Dons baseball. They go 0 for 2 today in 2 one-run games where they fought a lot. They learned a lot about their team down here, and that's what the preseason is for, is they rage into tournament play. So a shout-out to the Dons for hard work, but overmatched a little bit by a great pitching performance from Mick Madsen of the American Fork Cavemen. 4-3 is your final score here from St. George. Want to remind you that next week we have 4 games coming your way, 2 from the Spanish Fork Dons and 2 from Maple Mountain. So Tuesday through Friday, be with us here on Spanish Fork 17, all the high school baseball you could want as the season really gets into the meat of it all. And there's your team right there. They're getting a tough speech, but learning a lot. Remember last year they had almost as many losses as wins, but they ended up state champions, and they look to do that one more time despite having a disparaging start to the season. We want to thank you for tuning in, and we want to thank our sponsors one last time: Two Jacks Pizza, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, The Car Guys, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and of course the Spanish Fork Community Network. SFCN 17, built for speed. Stick with us all through next week. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight, and have a wonderful evening. Go Dons.